AI, your daily breakdown of the markets, technology, and crypto trends for April 7th, 2026. Let's get started. Apple shares are down over 2% today, currently trading at $253.50, after reports of engineering challenges with its highly anticipated foldable iPhones. The company is facing pressured timelines and current solutions are not enough to completely solve the engineering challenges. This has raised concerns of delays, although Bloomberg reports the phone remains on track for its September debut. The S&P 500 is up 0.08% at 6,616.85, while the Nasdaq is up 0.1% at 22,017.85. Apple stock rebounded slightly after the Bloomberg report, but the delay concerns have investors watching closely. As the iPhone maker celebrates its 50th anniversary, resolving these engineering issues is critical ahead of production. We'll continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates as more information becomes available.
Firmus, a Singapore-based data center company, has hit a $5.5 billion valuation after raising $505 million in a round led by Coatue. This brings the company's total funding to $1.35 billion in just 6 months. Firmus is developing an energy-efficient AI factory network of data centers in Australia and Tasmania, utilizing Nvidia's reference designs and Vera Rubin platform. Nvidia's stock is currently trading at $178.10, up 0.26% on the day. The company's focus on AI and energy efficiency has attracted investors, including Nvidia, which previously invested in Firmus at a $1.2 billion valuation. As the demand for AI computing continues to grow, companies like Firmus are poised to benefit, with the global AI market expected to drive innovation and investment in the tech sector.
Apple is set to launch its highly anticipated foldable iPhone in September, according to a report from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. This move will allow Apple to compete with Samsung and China-based smartphone makers. The new device is expected to have advantages over current foldable phones, including improved screen quality and durability. Apple stock is currently trading at $253.50, down 2.07% on the day. The launch is still 6 months away, but if successful, it could be a major boost for the tech giant. The Nasdaq is up 0.1% to 22,017.85, with Nvidia leading the charge, up 0.26% to $178.10. Apple's foldable iPhone is expected to debut alongside the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max. And while the timing isn't final, the company is aiming to launch the phone at roughly the same time as or shortly after the non-foldable models.
Bitcoin's price is under pressure despite strong ETF inflows, with the cryptocurrency currently trading at $69,368.61. Publicly listed miners such as Mara Holdings and Riot Platforms are selling their Bitcoin reserves, putting downward pressure on the price. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 remains relatively flat at $6,616.85. Institutional demand for Bitcoin is still uncertain, with a single day of strong ETF net inflows not being enough to prove heightened demand. The options market is also signaling caution, with a 17% put premium indicating a risk-averse sentiment. As a result, Bitcoin's price may struggle to sustain levels above $75,000.
Bitcoin is holding near $68,000 as stocks wobble on Iran war rhetoric. The S&P 500 is up 0.08% at 6,616.85, while the Nasdaq is 0.1% higher at 22,017.85. Meanwhile, oil prices are eyeing a rematch with multi-year highs as escalation fears take control. Bitcoin traders see lower levels resulting from current indecision, with the price focusing on its 200-week exponential moving average near $68,300. The BTC price is currently at $69,368.61, up 0.74%. As tensions between the US and Iran continue to rise, markets are becoming numb to the headlines, with commentators suggesting that the Iran rhetoric is all but fully priced in. The question now is whether there will be a ceasefire in the Middle East, which could impact market trajectory.
Retail traders are buzzing on Wall Street bets, sharing their moves for tomorrow, April 8, 2026. With the S&P 500 up 0.08% at 6,616.85 and the Nasdaq rising 0.1% to 22,017.85, some are looking to ride the momentum. Nvidia is catching attention, up 0.26% at 178.1, while Tesla and Apple are feeling the heat, down 1.75% at 346.65 and 2.07% at 253.5, respectively. As social sentiment shifts, traders are weighing their options, considering the market's overall tone and potential opportunities. The question on everyone's mind: what's the next big move?
Retail sentiment is buzzing on Wall Street bets about Samsung's record Q1 earnings, driven by surging demand for AI-related memory chips. With a 755% jump in operating profit, some traders are speculating that Samsung could surpass Nvidia, currently trading at $178.10, to claim the top spot worldwide on an annual basis. The news has sparked a discussion about the AI memory boom and its potential impact on the tech industry. As the S&P 500 hovers around 6,616.85, traders are weighing in on the potential upside for Samsung and other players in the space. With Nvidia's strong performance, up 0.26% today, the question on everyone's mind is, can Samsung's momentum continue to drive growth in the sector?
Intel is teaming up with Musk's Terafab AI chip project, aiming to power humanoid and data center goals. This news is buzzing on social media, particularly on Reddit, where traders are discussing the potential implications for the tech industry. With Nvidia's stock up 0.26% to $178.10, some traders are wondering if this partnership could boost Intel's competitiveness in the AI chip market. Meanwhile, Tesla's stock is down 1.75% to $346.65, but the company's involvement in AI and robotics continues to generate interest among retail investors. As the market snapshot shows, the S&P 500 is up 0.08% to 6,616.85, and the Nasdaq is up 0.1% to 22,017.85. Traders are keeping a close eye on these developments, and the social media buzz suggests that this story is far from over.
Crypto markets are feeling the heat as tensions between the US and Iran escalate, with Bitcoin currently trading at $69,368.61, up 0.74% on the day. Retail sentiment on platforms like Reddit is getting increasingly bearish, with some traders warning that a whole civilization will die if things go south. Meanwhile, Ethereum is holding its ground at $2,116.99, up 0.44%, and Solana is seeing a significant surge, up 2.46% at $82.12. The question on everyone's mind is, will this geopolitical uncertainty be the catalyst for a crypto downturn? With the S&P 500 and Nasdaq also under pressure, up just 0.08% and 0.1% respectively, it's clear that traders are getting nervous. One thing's for sure, the crypto space is in for a wild ride, and traders on Wall Street bets are watching closely.
Retail sentiment is buzzing on Wall Street bets about Nvidia's recent 10K filing, where they took a $4.5 billion hit on excess inventory. Traders are discussing how this could impact their bottom line, especially with the current price of Nvidia at $178.10, up 0.26% today. The news is also sparking concerns about their supply chain, with a new 25% duty on returned H200 chips. Meanwhile, the broader market is seeing a slight uptick, with the S&P 500 at 6,616.85, up 0.08%, and the Nasdaq at 22,017.85, up 0.1%. As traders weigh the implications of this inventory write-off, some are pointing to Congress's net selling of around $2 million in Nvidia stocks, and even Pelosi reducing her holdings. The question on everyone's mind is, what's next for Nvidia?
JP Morgan's chief economist Michael Farley has a stark message for investors counting on a Federal Reserve rate cut this year. Farley forecasts 0 rate cuts through 2026, with the Fed's next move being a 25 basis point hike in the third quarter of 2027. This would bring the upper band of the federal funds rate to 4%, up from the current 3.5% to 3.75% range. The labor market remains too resilient and inflation continues to run above the Fed's 2% target, with unemployment at 4.4% and core inflation not falling quickly enough. The Iran war has added complexity, with oil prices surging and inflation remaining elevated. Markets are moving in Farley's direction, with the CME Group FedWatch tool putting the likelihood of a December rate cut at just 27.5%. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 is trading at 6,616.85, up 0.08% on the day, and the Nasdaq is at 22,017.85, up 0.1%. The Fed's next move will be closely watched, and investors are advised to stay tuned for further developments.
We're seeing a buzz on social media, particularly on Reddit, about a potential market move, with some traders discussing the Domino's index near the Pentagon spiking. This chatter is coming from retail investors, and while it's not a formal news report, it's worth noting the current market snapshot. The S&P 500 is up 0.08% at 6,616.85, while the Nasdaq is up 0.1% at 22,017.85. Some notable stocks, like Nvidia, are up 0.26% at 178.1, but others like Tesla and Apple are down, with Tesla at 346.65, a 1.75% drop, and Apple at 253.5, a 2.07% decline. It's essential to remember that social sentiment can influence market moves, so we'll be keeping an eye on these discussions and their potential impact on the market.
We're seeing some major buzz on social media, particularly on Reddit's Wall Street Bets, about a potential massive deal in the music industry. Ackman's Pershing Square is reportedly offering to buy Universal Music for nearly $65 billion. This news is sending shockwaves through the market, with traders discussing the potential implications on the music industry and beyond. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 is up 0.08% to 6,616.85, and the Nasdaq is up 0.1% to 22,017.85. Nvidia is also making moves, up 0.26% to 178.1. As traders weigh in on this potential deal, it's clear that retail sentiment is driving the conversation, with Tesla down 1.75% to 346.65 and Apple down 2.07% to 253.5. It's going to be an interesting day on the market.
Retail sentiment is buzzing on Wall Street Bets, with traders discussing a potential game-changer for Bitcoin. A Reddit post is making the rounds, claiming a Morgan Stanley Bitcoin ETF is set to launch this week. If true, this could be a major catalyst for the cryptocurrency, which is currently trading at $69,368.61, up 0.74% on the day. Meanwhile, other cryptos like Ethereum and Solana are also seeing significant gains, with Ethereum at $2,116.99 and Solana at $82.12. Traders are weighing the potential impact of this ETF on the broader crypto market, and it's clear that social media buzz is driving the conversation. With Bitcoin already showing strength, a successful ETF launch could propel it even higher, making this a story to watch in the coming days.
Retail sentiment is buzzing on Wall Street bets and Reddit, where traders are discussing the potential impact of the Clarity Act on the crypto space. With Bitcoin currently trading at $69,368.61, up 0.74% on the day, and Ethereum at $2,116.99, up 0.44%. Investors are weighing the possibilities of regulatory clarity. Meanwhile, Solana is seeing a significant surge, up 2.46% to $82.12. As the crypto community awaits the potential signing of the Clarity Act this month, social media buzz is focused on what this could mean for the future of digital assets. Will this be the catalyst for a crypto rally, or will it lead to increased scrutiny? Traders are watching closely, with many already positioning themselves for a potential breakout.
Retail sentiment is turning cautious as oil prices climb and the US-Iran deadline approaches. Traders on Wall Street bets are discussing the potential impact on the market, with some pointing to the S&P 500's current price of $6,616.85, up 0.08% on the day. Nvidia is also in focus, trading at $178.1, up 0.26%, as AI and tech names see renewed interest. Meanwhile, Tesla is down 1.75% to $346.65, and Apple is off 2.07% to $253.5. The question on everyone's mind is how much weight to give tonight's geopolitical deadline and whether it will spark another leg up in oil prices, which are already pushing higher on uncertainty around ceasefire talks and the Strait of Hormuz.
Retail sentiment is buzzing on Wall Street bets, with traders discussing a jump in near-term inflation expectations. According to a survey by the New York Fed, Americans are expecting higher inflation, with a year-from-now inflation rate of 3.4%, up from 3% last month. This news has traders on edge, especially with the S&P 500 currently trading at 6,616.85, up 0.08% on the day. The market is also keeping a close eye on tech stocks, with Nvidia up 0.26% to 178.1 and Tesla down 1.75% to 346.65. The overall mood is cautious, with many wondering how this shift in inflation expectations will impact their investments. As one trader noted, the surge in energy prices tied to the war in the Middle East is a major concern, and it's unclear how this will play out in the coming months. For now, traders are watching the markets closely, looking for any signs of what's to come.
Crypto markets are seeing a rebound in investor demand, with US-listed spot Bitcoin ETFs recording $471 million in net inflows, the largest single-day total since late February. Bitcoin's price is up 0.74% at $69,368.61. Meanwhile, South Korea has ordered crypto exchanges to verify their actual asset holdings every 5 minutes, following an inspection that uncovered weaknesses in internal controls. In the US, the SEC's crypto market safe harbor proposal is now under review at the White House, which could drive more crypto innovation and provide regulatory clarity. Ethereum's price is also up 0.44% at $2,116.99, while Solana sees a 2.46% gain at $82.12. As the crypto market continues to evolve, investors are keeping a close eye on regulatory developments and market trends.
Bitcoin holds steady at $67,000, despite a growing split between its price stability and bearish sentiment among investors. The cryptocurrency has shown strong support, driven by institutional investor demand and long-term buying. With a current price of $69,368.61, Bitcoin has absorbed a $403 million liquidation event and repeated war headline shocks without losing its yearly lows. Meanwhile, Ethereum is trading at $2,116.99, and Solana has seen a 2.46% increase to $82.12. As the market continues to watch the situation unfold, a daily candle close above $67,000 will be a positive development, signaling a rising uptrend on the short-term chart.
Bitcoin is showing signs of a late-stage bear market, but one analyst warns it could see another leg lower, with a potential drop to $54,000 in the next 5 months. This comes as Bitcoin's 720-day tactical bull-bear sentiment index has dropped into an extreme bearish zone. Historically, such readings have led to a final shakeout before a more durable recovery. With Bitcoin currently trading at $69,368.61, a drop to $54,000 would represent a decline of over 20%. Meanwhile, other analysts have warned of even steeper declines, with some predicting a potential drop to as low as $10,000. However, recent aggressive buying by strategy has helped absorb selling pressure, and some predict a sharp reversal could send Bitcoin back toward $100,000 or higher.
That's your market wrap for today. It was a choppy and indecisive session, defined by a tug-of-war between a powerful AI narrative and mounting macroeconomic pressures. In the bull corner, you had the AI trade firing on all cylinders. Data center builder Firmus hit a massive $5.5 billion valuation, and Samsung posted record-breaking earnings, all driven by the AI memory boom. But in the bear corner, the headwinds are undeniable. Geopolitical tensions surrounding Iran are pushing oil prices higher, consumer inflation expectations are ticking up, and JP Morgan just put out a stark call for zero rate cuts this year. We saw this conflict play out in individual names. Apple whipsawed on conflicting reports about its foldable iPhone, and even market darling Nvidia is facing scrutiny over a quiet $4.5 billion inventory write-down due to China restrictions. Bitcoin mirrored the uncertainty, failing to hold gains despite strong ETF inflows as miner selling and macro fears weighed on sentiment. So, the main takeaway for investors is this: the powerful AI growth story is now in a direct fight with re-emerging macro risks. The market is no longer a one-way bet. Expect this volatility to continue as traders weigh sector-specific strength against the very real threats of persistent inflation and geopolitical instability. I'll see you at the opening bell. Stay bullish.